Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and as you see here, we have the Tikka T1X Mtr. I know it looks a lot different than the last time you saw this, but welcome to part 2 of our Tikka T1X Mtr review. So today we'll be wrapping everything up. If you haven't seen the first video, go back a couple months, watch that. But basically we shot this rifle in its bone stock configuration. It was completely factory. As you can see, the owner has returned this back to its former glory. We have some new glass. It is in a PDC custom chassis. We have all sorts of little doodads all over this rifle, so it's completely set up in the best configuration he can have it in for himself, and he shoots PRS and NRL 22 with this rifle. So we got a pile of ammo over here, and we are going to shoot a bunch of different ammunition through this today. We're going to shoot it off the bench at 50. We're going to do some positional shooting, and at the end we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to let you know how I think this stacks up to other options on the market. As you can see here, I've got quite a few ammos laid out. So we are going to be shooting the R50 Center X, SK High Velocity Match, Wolf, ELEY Match, Rifle Match, and Biathlon Sport. This is not intended to be the ultimate accuracy test of the rifle. This is just, let's get an overall feel of how this rifle performs. Now, the barreled action is exactly the same as last time. The trigger, the barrel, the action, all that's the same. The only thing that's changed is kind of all the accessories. All that's really going to shine when we start shooting positionally. But let's go ahead and shoot these. We'll see which one kind of performs the best, and that's the one we'll shoot steel with and do some positional target shooting with. Let's see what we can do here. We'll start at the top left. Hopefully everything's pretty well zeroed up. Safety's off. Not used to the controls on this. A little bit of wind, left to right. I had a cold bore. It's the first shot I fired out of this gun. Go to the next target over, and we'll shoot 5 more. Not bad. Around a MOA size group. All right, so obviously it really likes this rifle match, and this is probably a familiar story to everybody here, but it really likes it, and we're out of this rifle match anyway. So it shot basically a one-hole group, had one kind of outlier, and I think if I remember correctly, this obviously has a tuner on it, and I think he's shooting rifle match, so that makes a lot of sense. He's probably used that tuner to kind of tune in that rifle match, but see how it does with the ELEY match. It's a lot hotter out of this gun. Pretty respectable too. That was probably a solid somewhere in the 0.3s. All right, so now we have some Wolf Match Extra. I didn't seem to care for the Wolf that much. See how she likes the SK High Velocity. I'm gonna drop down a target here. Yeah, not a big surprise there. That's pretty good too. I wouldn't be mad about that. It's probably what we'll end up using to shoot the steel, unless this RWS really blows our socks off. yeah, RWS did about the same as the Center X. Both are good ammos. So for the benchtop results, obviously the SK rifle match was killer out of this. I know that's what this rifle has always preferred. Okay, so obviously we had some technical difficulties with the camera work for the positional stuff the day we shot the rest of the video. So it's a couple days later. We had a snowstorm come in, so there's snow on the ground now, but we're still gonna shoot the positional stuff. So we're gonna shoot off the tank trap. We're gonna shoot off a couple other little props real quick, and then we'll go into the wrap up of the video. So let's see what we can do. We're shooting about 70 yards at about a 1-inch target. So we're gonna be shooting off tank trap, and sun's out, snow's out. So if there's a little glare, I apologize for that, but let's get into it. All right. We will be using holdovers here. So the bolt throw, very easy to work. Probably my favorite bolt throw out of a production gun by far is the Tikka. It's very, very short, and I kind of like that. The PDC custom chassis is actually pretty nice. Not a huge fan of the finish on it, quite honestly, but see, it works very well. It's a little butt heavy. As you can see here, it's gonna want to tip back. So it's a little butt heavy. I prefer like the MDT, but of course we're talking about the chassis here. The gun overall is pretty phenomenal. You can see it's just stupid easy to shoot. Like I said, between this and the CZ, really just a toss-up of what your preference is. The Tikka's great. CZ's great. Let's reload this mag. We'll go over and try some other props. All right, so let's get this thing moved over. Take you with me here. Show you this next prop. I don't know if we've talked about this prop very much. Try not to fall down the side here, but here we have the other prop. So my buddy had this welded up. He makes great props. So it's like ports. We're gonna shoot out of these and see how we do. All right, we got some more ammo loaded up. So we're gonna go out just about to 100 yards and we're gonna shoot down this and see how we do. And I did go ahead and dial this. Yeah, I really like the action on the Tikka for sure. Very easy to work. We'll shoot two from here. It's so smooth and so short, I don't think it'll disrupt the sight picture all that much while we're cycling the bolt. Nope. So even though this is in a chassis and it has these weights on it, it's still fairly light. You're starting with a light barreled action, a lot like you would on the CZ. Yeah, it just runs really easy to manipulate it. So let me reload and we'll shoot some off the ladder. All right, we got some more ammo loaded up, so we are gonna go out to 100. We'll run down this ladder and kind of be guessing here at the dope. Well, let's see if we can figure it out. There it is. So it's just low. Thought there might be some windage correction, but there was not. There we go. Very easy to shoot gun. I said I sound like a broken record with this, but honestly, I really enjoy the Tikka and the CZ. So really, it's a toss-up for me. Obviously, I have more CZ stuff, so I'm going to be sticking with my CZs. But if you're looking to start out with a gun, especially for PRS, NRL, really can't go wrong. Oh, not sure that happened with that one. There we go. So we got to shoot the Tikka T1X off the bench. We threw a lot of different kinds of ammo at it, and as you can see, it shot rifle match and several of the others extremely well. This has always been a very accurate rifle, and now the barreled action hasn't changed. The only thing that's really changed is the tuner went back on it, and it got wrapped back in its PDC custom chassis. My feelings are unchanged from the first one. In comparison to the CZ457, I think that you can't go wrong with either one. It's a basic wash between the two. Both are exceptional rifles for the money. I would say make your choice based on your preference. Do you like Tikkas? Do you own Tikka T3Xs that are going to have compatible parts with this? Do you like the ultra short throw of the Tikka? This has the shortest throw of any rimfire action I've ever felt. Bottom line, it's an amazing rifle. So CZ, Tikka, you're more than likely going to be happy with either one of those. As far as all the other rifles on the market, like I said, I think it falls right in line with the CZ. So I would say, you got Savage and Ruger, the CZ and Tikka, the Bergara hanging out right there with the CZ and Tikka, and then you got the Rim-X and Voodoo. And obviously they're all purpose-built rifles for different reasons. You can get all of them to shoot as good as the others with enough work, time, and energy and commitment to it. But there's certain rifles that are better for certain things, and this is, after all, a budget rifle, and so is the CZ. But they are amazing shooters for the money. So I want to take a minute and thank everyone who supports the channel, whether that's through Patreon or the YouTube membership, or if you're going on my website and leaving donations. And guys, there's just no way that I could keep the channel going with what we're doing without your help. So thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.